Today we will speak about the Frost relic of Lucius, and I will give you my opinion if you should or not use your crystals to summon the Frost relic of this guy. Let's see. Let's read the different skills of the Frost relic of Lucius. As you can see, I already upgraded the relic of the Frost relic of Lucius because I am very comfortable about my resources. So it may not be the case for you. So look and listen attentively everything that I'm gonna tell you before to summon this guy. Let's read the first skill and let's compare with the wood one. Attacks one enemy, okay, defense down. This is exactly the same skill one. Attacks all enemies 3 times, total damage 246% and 100% chance to reduce the third passive cooldown by 2 turns. It seems that there is a mistake. I still didn't try this guy, to be honest. But it seems that there is a mistake and it is not an AoE, but a mono target damage skill. But I think that the scaling, the ratio is very nice for skill 2, and it will allow you to reduce the cooldown. So I would say that it is better to have that kind of skill with pure mono target, that kind of skills setup, because you will not think about where could I use him because he's doing an AoE, and you want to use the skill 2 of Lucius because it will allow you to reduce the passive. Let's read again this one, and you will be able to make a much more optimized rotation between the skill 2 and the skill 3, and it will deal a lot of mono target damage. So at this point, I feel that this is much easier to use Lucius in the Frost relic than in the wood one. It can be useful to use the wood relic of Lucius, but only if there are some AoE damage needed in the content. And most of the time, we don't need to deal a lot of AoE damage, only in PvP. But I think this champ is mostly axed on PvE than on PvP, simply because of that kind of passive. You need to stack this one to deal a lot of damage, and in PvP, you just want someone that can burst for the first turn. And this is not what you can do with Lucius. So he is, from the passive, more axed on the PvE anyway. That's why I would say that this is better to have only mono target skill, because when you play in PvE, most of the time you just want to burst as much as you can the boss, the main target. Attacks one enemy 3 times, total damage 321. 300. This is the exact same total damage. And here, so we have 128, but this is an AoE for sure. This one is a mono target. So mono target that hits 3 times, and that deals a lot of damage. The scaling for a skill 2 is very nice, and the scaling of the skill 3 is also great. 321% is a very good number. So if you want my opinion, I would say that if you don't have the Frost relic, if you don't have a Quagginever, then in my opinion, you should probably consider to at least unlock the Frost Relic of Lucius. Because I think right now we have 3, maybe 4, no, this is not a pure damage dealer. We have 3 pure strong damage dealer who are Aquaginever, Caliban Archer, and Lucius. We already saw that Lucius is doing a lot of damage. In the last season of Hell of Conquerors, we could do a lot of damage on the boss, the specific boss where you need to use Lucius. I forgot the name, but for sure, this is a very, very strong champ for PvE. And now they used to want the players to use the right element against the different bosses that we have in PvE. So in my opinion, it could be very interesting to optimize all the different relics from all of the different damage dealer. It is not as important for the support as it can be for the damage dealer, and the priority, I think, should be to optimize as much as we can all the different relics from all the most optimized damage dealer in the game, and I think Lucius is one of them. I would say, for example, even if it seems that she has decent scaling, decent damage, and everything looks great for Ireret, but in reality she's not doing that much damage. It costs 3 Vigors, and for Lucius everything costs 2 Vigors. This is very important, and I would say that the best damage dealer in Frost are, as I said, Aquaginever, Caliban Archer, and Lucius. So if you don't have Aquaginever, even if they will probably allow us to unlock this gem in the future, as they did with Revenant Merlin, but it's gonna cost you what? It's gonna cost you 60 9k crystals, and you will be able to unlock this gem. And if you unlock the Frost Relic of Lucius, then you can have some rewards from here. Awaken Lucius Frost Relic. Okay, so you will get back some rewards from here. Relic element enhancement. I would not recommend you to use too much crystals. And after, you will also be able to unlock some rewards there because you need to use the Frost Relic of Lucius. Okay, let's check now where we can analyze and estimate the fuel potential of the Frost Relic of Lucius. Let's check. What do we have? Okay. Normally, he can also help the Hound's Favor ally. We have only Turin, who doesn't need to have effect accuracy increase. And charge all Hound's Favor allies, attack gauge. Okay, when it's block. Okay, well. We would obviously prefer to use him with Hound's Favor champions as teammate. But I don't think that we can do that much damage without Hair J, honestly, for this boss. And I also feel that Ain is helping a lot. Maybe we could try to build another team more accent on the Hound's power faction, but I don't think that it's gonna work, or I don't think that we're gonna do more damage as we can do with this team, for example. So basically, we just changed Caliban Archer with the Frost Relic of Lucius, and we will see that if we can expect to get the same results with the Frost Relic of Lucius. And to be honest, I don't think so. I think I can do around 600k to 700k damage with the Frost Relic of Caliban Archer. But Lucius got the extra attack with the third passive. That can help maybe to deal has Caliban Archer a lot of damage. For sure, I'm doing much more AoE damage, but this is not what we really need when we play in Half Conquerors. It can matter, but only if we all have reached the maximum score. So 64 hertz destroyed, 145 turns left. Honestly, I forgot the damage that I did with Caliban Archer. But we will maybe be able to kill Blazing Pinvid, I mean totally reach the maximum score with the Frost Relic of Lucius. And also something important, it is that I don't have any enhancement on the Frost Relic of Lucius, but I had, I think, 8 extra bonus damage bonus on the Frost Relic of Caliban Archer. It means that I still got a lot of potential with the Frost Relic of Lucius. It's gonna be decent. It seems that we will obviously deal decent damage. So I think I already can conclude this video and tell you my opinion. From what I've seen, he's a great damage dealer, even if he's not as good as Aquaginever. Some of you, sadly, can't just unlock Aquaginever right now, and even if they will probably allow us to unlock her in the future, I recommend you to, for those who for those who don't have Aquaginever, so for sure you guys have to unlock the Frost Relic of Lucius, because it will allow you to use Frost Lucius, for example, against Blazing Pinvid, and you will be able to use Caliban Archer against Talos. So you will have 2 decent damage dealers to fight 2 of the different bosses from Hall of Conquerors. And for the boss on the middle, I forgot the name of the boss, but well, for the boss in the middle, you can use Gilroy and Claricine, or even Gilroy with 3 supports, whoever you want, but your team will be built around Gilroy. But the problem is that if you don't have Aquaginever, then you will not have any other option to fight Pinvade and Talos. You will have to use, if you want to optimize the damage, you will probably have to use the Frost Relic of Caliban Archer against Pinvade, and then use another relic of another damage dealer. It can be Bediever or Ireret, or well, as I said, we don't have that much great option left. But if you have the Frost Relic of Lucius, then you probably can use the Frost Relic of Lucius against Pinvade and use your Caliban Archer against Talos, and it will normally allow you to deal very decent damage against these two bosses. You will probably not reach the maximum results on one of them, because it seems that the Frost Relic of Caliban Archer is still more optimized to fight against Pinvade, but you will find your balance. Your balance will be much more optimized. And if we look at, so we can reach the maximum. We can reach 100 hertz, I think, with the Frost Relic of Lucius without problem, and it will allow you to have a great balance. Let's look at you. Okay, yes, no people is using Lucius right now. Obviously, they are still using the Frost Relic of Caliban Archer right here. But as I said, they all have Aqua Guinevere. If you don't have Aqua Guinevere, then it will be much better for you to use the Frost Relic of Lucius against Blazing Pinvade. It will allow you to got around 100 hertz if you have decent equipment, and you will be able to use the Flame Relic of Caliban Archer against Talos with this configuration, and it will allow you normally to have 100 hertz as well. So you will have a much better balance than if you use Caliban Archer against Blazing Pinvade. You will have no more option left to fight against Talos if you don't have Aqua Guinevere. So if you don't have Aqua Guinevere, in my opinion, you should not think that much, and you should just unlock the Frost Relic of Lucius. But if you have Aqua Guinevere, then it depends on how you manage your resources. If you have enough resources, then you should summon this guy, obviously. If you are pure free to play and don't have any crystals income, then you maybe should skip the Frost Relic of Lucius and keep your crystals for the next banner. Let's check now the maximum result that I did against this boss with the Frost Relic of Lucius, and I'm gonna tell you after my opinion on how you should balance the different teams in Hall of Conquerors depending on all the rewards. So if you are still there, this is what you can expect from the Frost Relic of Lucius for the PVE. Now, I also want to show you the different rewards that you can have from 0 to 100. Most of the time you're gonna have energy. This one, rate up summon ticket, crystals, energy, something to summon specific element relic, and a lot of interesting things about what you probably need the most in the game. But from the stage 100 to 150, I would say that the rewards are not as interesting as the rewards that you can have at the stage 1 to 100. This is why if you have to find a balance, I would say that it is much better to have two different teams with 100 hertz than one team with like 80 hertz and another team with 150, for example. I would say that the 20 rewards that you would have from the stage 80 to 20 are much more interesting than the 50 last rewards that you can have in the All of Conquerors. You don't really need that much all of these things, to be honest. This is just comfortable. You can farm this one very easily. And the relic chart points are very useful, but it is 1,500. 2,000, so 3,500, 4,500, 5,500, 6,000. So this is 6,000. 6,000, this is not as interesting as what you could have with the summon from the relics. This is much better to unlock this. And this. And the stamina. And this one you can select whoever you want. The rewards are much more interesting from the stage 1 to 100 and after. So this is why you have to find your own balance, and this is how you can manage to have much more interesting rewards. Don't focus on the last 50 stages, but try to reach 100 hertz from all the different bosses of All of Conquerors. It's gonna be much more interesting to rush to invest everything for only one team. You have to have your 3 different teams with decent scores and try to reach 100 hertz with each team, and then after you can start to and try to unlock the 50 last rewards. It's not 50 because you can have only one reward every 2 hertz. So it's gonna be 25, the last 25 rewards. So this is the end of the video, guys. Enjoy the game and see you soon. Bye bye.